guys, it's Sheena here, and today we're gonna do a little 10-minute yoga sequence for strong arms. So this is a great little workout to do at home or at the gym if you want to build strength in your arms for arm balances and yoga. So let's go ahead and get started at the back of our mat today. And we're just gonna start to warm up the upper body with some plank walkouts. We're gonna do 5 of these, so go ahead and bring the feet to touch here. Stand up nice and tall. We're gonna inhale the arms up, and on the exhale, we're gonna hinge at the hips and walk forward to plank. Inhale back up, and slowly rise up, one vertebrae at a time. Let's do that 4 more times at your own pace here. And keep a slight bend in the legs, guys, when we're bending over to our forward fold. We will also want to make sure our hands are right underneath our shoulders when we're in that plank, and think about keeping that form throughout the practice today. Make sure you're staying in tune with your breath, keeping your belly zipped in all throughout the exercise. This is going to be a quick one, but I promise it'll be a burner for sure. And let's do our last plank walkout here. And go ahead and slowly roll up at the back of your mat. Let's go ahead and we're gonna actually stay in this position now, and then we're gonna walk out into a plank, but this time we're gonna come into a forearm plank. So let's inhale those arms up high once more. On the exhale, we're gonna hinge at the hips and drop down to the forearm. Option here, guys, to come to an 11 with the arms or to interlace the fingers. From our forearm plank, we're gonna walk the feet into dolphin and just walk back out. Let's do that 10 times. Here we go. Keep that belly nice and zipped in. Keep pushing the mat away, guys, with the forearms, so we're not dumping all of our body weight into our shoulders. We're nice and active here. Keep breathing. Driving those heels towards the back of the room when we walk into that plank. 5 more here. I know it burns. 4 more. And this is really a great exercise to do if you're working on forearm stand, supported headstand, or crow pose in your yoga practice. Last one. And come to rest. Let's go ahead and take a quick child's pose before we go into our next little exercise here. Option to bring the knees to touch or knees as wide as the mat. And we're just gonna stay here for 3 breaths. Use this time to really stretch the arms, engage through the fingertips, reach through the front of the room. Take one last breath here. Okay, guys, we're gonna come into a side plank on the right side. So option to come to modified side plank here, keeping the knee on the ground. For an intermediate version, we're gonna stagger the legs. And for the most advanced version, we're gonna stack the feet. Okay, so first we're just gonna hold this. So go ahead and zip that belly in. Keep pushing the mat away through the L shape of the hand so that you're not dumping all the weight into the wrists. When you feel stable, go ahead and lift that left leg up. And we're gonna hold for 10, 9, keep reaching the hips up to the sky, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg back down, and we're gonna come to the other side. You can give the wrists a little shake. Remember, this is only 10 minutes long, so let's give it all we've got in these 10 minutes. First, let's find our balance here, find our breath. Make sure that you're reaching through those right fingertips towards the sky. And once you feel stable, go ahead and lift that right leg up off the left. We're gonna hold for 10 seconds. And all this does is really signal to the body that it's okay to be balancing on the arms while zipping that core in. Again, this is really a practice that you're gonna actively use throughout your crow, your headstand, etc., those more advanced poses. 3 more seconds here. 2, and 1. Great job, guys. Lower down, give the wrists a little shake. We're gonna take another quick little child's pose just to reset the spine. Take 3 breaths here. Really use this time to stretch through the arms, stretch through the shoulder blades and the lats. Last breath here. Okay, we're gonna stay in our child's for the next one. We're gonna do a little flow here. From our child's pose, we're gonna flow to the front of the mat, head comes last, come into cobra. We're gonna take a little push-up and roll back to child's. Let's do that 10 more times. Rolling the length of the spine, keep those hands right underneath the shoulder blades, push up, and come back to child's. Again, you can do this on your knees. So just make sure that your elbows are nice and tucked into the ribs, that the elbows are not splaying out to the sides of the body. Make sure you're lowering down with the chest rather than with the chin. Just nice and slow here. It's more important to keep the correct form versus go super fast and not have good form. Let's do a few more here. Nice and steady breathing. Inhale to rise. Exhale, lower down. I know your arms should be burning by now. In yoga, we use a lot of these poses with our arms. So it's really important to have nice, strong arms. And again, really think about zipping that navel to the spine. Last one here. Great job, guys. And we're gonna take one more child's pose. You can go ahead and stretch the arms to the right side if you'd like. Then go ahead and bring them over to the left, stretching the sides of the body. And then go ahead and bring them to the center for that last breath here. Okay guys, let's go ahead and rise up to all fours from our child's pose. Our last exercise of the series is going to be Lsits. So let's go ahead and come to a seat and swing those legs out in front of us. We're going to bring the hands right underneath the shoulders and the fingertips are facing the feet. So almost like you're doing a reverse plank. Go ahead and flex the feet. On the inhale, we're just gonna lift the hips, tuck that belly in, and exhale, we're just gonna lower down. That's it. It's a very small movement, but make sure that you're mindful in your form. So inhale, we lift, tucking the core in, engaging the abs, pushing through the hands, and exhale to lower. You should feel this all throughout your abdominals, through your shoulders, through your triceps. Again, keep pushing through that L shape of the hands. The fingertips are nice and active here. Flexing the feet to protect the knee joints. Again, this is a great exercise to do. This whole sequence is great to do if you're working on arm balances in yoga, or if you just like to have a stronger down dog, stronger chaturanga in your practice. We'll do 4 more here. Keep lifting those hips, pushing through the hands. Last 3. The shoulders are down the back. Try not to crunch into those shoulders. Last 2. Last 1. This is a burner. Great job. And go ahead and shake out the wrists. We're gonna take one last child's pose. So go ahead and come to all fours. Stretch those arms out long in front. And we're done. We're just gonna go ahead and stretch. From our child's pose, let's go ahead and roll back to that cobra. And we're gonna take a little upward facing dog here, just to stretch it out. You can rock the neck from side to side. Keep pushing through those hands. And then we're just gonna take a little mini vinyasa. So go ahead and shift to down dog, hips come to the sky, head is in line with the spine. You can go ahead and pedal out the legs, make sure there's no tension in the neck. And then we're just gonna walk to the top of our mat, feet meet the hands for a forward fold at the top of the mat. Let's go ahead and stretch the arms here in our forward fold as well. So taking a ragdoll, you can grab opposite elbows here. The head is nice and heavy. There's a slight bend in the knees. Go ahead and rock side to side. You can also bring the arms back behind you, interlacing the fingers, trying to get those palms to touch. And we're really active in this stretch, guys, so we're not just hanging out. Our arms are really engaged in this pose here. Again, you can go ahead and just sway left to right to stretch out those shoulders. Let's go ahead and bring the hands back down to the mat and slowly on an inhale, 1 vertebrae at a time, rise up to an upward salute. Hands come up overhead. And exhale the hands down by the sides. And that's it. That's your 10-minute exercise for strong arms and yoga. And you can go ahead and do this exercise every morning if you'd like. You may find that it becomes easier and easier for you, and that just means you're getting stronger, which is great. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Bring hands to the heart and bow to yourself. Namaste.